Hey guys, welcome back to Detroit Garage. Just finishing up this dismantling of the 453. I did a previous video on pulling the pistons out, but didn't show pulling the liners. So we're going to pull some Seez liners. This one I hammered out from the bottom of the block to get it out because the piston was seized in the liner. But what I'll do now is get my liner puller and pull these liners out. They're all seized in there. Yeah, so normally what you do is you put that pin in there and you rotate the engine and the liner just pops right out. But in a seized engine like this, where it's been sitting for decades, and the engine's seized, they're impossible to get out. First of all, you got to get the liner. If the piston's seized, you've got to get the liner out from the bottom, or get the piston out of the liner. So for this engine, I got 3 pistons out of the liners, but the one I couldn't get out. It was seized. So once I got the liner and piston assembly out, I then took a cutting wheel and cut it off. And then got the piston out and was able to extract the piston pin. And the connecting rods, believe it or not, are all good. Really tight. This is a brand new pin. Really, really tight. So all these rods are good cores. I was expecting, with the state of these pins, you see the wear on that? That is incredible. I would have expected, they're all like that. I would have expected the bearings, the bushing bearing here, the pin bushing, to be washed out like this one. This is another skidder engine, a Barco loader. Barco Tree Feller, I believe, this engine came out of, and it had a bent rod and worn out bushings, so totally washed out. These ones, I was expecting the same with the pins being worn out like that, but they're in good shape. So 4 good cores. Anyway, let's get to it. We'll pull these liners out. And I'll bring you back when we've got my liner puller set up. I thought I'd show you this too. Really poor installation of these retainers for the piston. It looks like they used some sort of a blunt instrument and nailed them. I noticed this taking them apart, so I pulled a vacuum on them and there was no vacuum. This one here has a crack right across the top. It was pulling oil through that. They're all like that, really poor. The retainer should be like this. That's how a good, properly installed retainer should look like. They shouldn't be all beat up. So this is a brand new piston. Okay, here's the puller. This piece fits the bottom of the liner, and then we yeah, so that locks into the bottom of the liner, and then we thread it out to pull the liner. Okay, we'll see how hard this liner is to pull out. one slightly used liner. All right, this one came out easier. That's a good sign. That's really how they should come out. They should come out fairly easy. Okay, this was the best liner out of all of them, and it's really worn out. You see the big lip on the top here? Yeah. So good timing gears, idler gear, conrods, balance shaft, crankshaft, camshaft can be used again, but they need a grind. Here's two good standard cranks that can go back into service. This is a standard crank out of that engine, but it needs to be ground 10 under. I believe the timing gear is probably okay as well. But anyway, we got one down. And one to go. Once this engine's done mocking up the cab and everything, I'll pull it out and tear it down as well. See what kind of parts we can get off of that. I'll pull that head down today as well. Take out all the parts off of that. Well, there you have it, guys. That's the teardown complete. Pull those liners out. Those are really nasty. Really nasty. And some nasty maintenance on this poor engine. Somebody put the retainers in wrong for the piston pins, and it was burning oil its entire life. So probably thousands of hours on this engine. So a real testament to Detroit diesels. But I don't know what the future holds for this engine. No plans for it, but for now I'll just use it for a coffee table and store all the parts. Well, there you go, guys. Thanks for checking in. That's pulling the liners out that are seized with my liner tool. And thanks for checking in. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.